Hello, I'm Sean Kimball, Superintendent of Lauderdale County Schools, and I'd like to tell you a little about our work with Eric and his team at STARS. We've talked a lot in education about building strong relationships, and I thought we were doing a pretty good job at that until we started our work with STARS. In particular, the Move to Stand work pushed our schools into a deep understanding of how teachers and students truly feel about issues that are most important to them. It helped us to build a level of trust among staff and students that we had not previously experienced. And I think that trust is the most important factor in repairing and building strong relationships that have a positive and lasting impact on school climate and culture. This work is critically important to anyone who is working to build a restorative model that supports students and teachers in the school. This work is just so important to the success of our schools, and I feel strongly that it's something that every student and teacher should experience.
Hello, my name is Officer Morgan, and I'm one of the school resource officers here in Lauderdale County School Systems. And back in, I think, 2017 was the first time I ever got to sit in one of the Move to Stand programs. Didn't have a clue what the program was about. I didn't know what they was going to talk about. I didn't know. I just knew it was a program that was coming that day, and the kids was going to be in the gym. And let me just say, my first time sitting in their program, it's awesome. You never know. You get to hear the kids pour out, talk about things that you just don't have a clue of what's going on with these kids here in Lauderdale County School System. So we got to hear a lot, see a lot. And I just thank you guys. You just don't know. You may not think that you're making an impact, but you are. I have seen several kids as they got older and went to high school became leaders. They came out their shell. They spoke out. They was voices for students who didn't have voices. So,
hi, I'm Miss Hawkins at Ripley High School in Ripley, Tennessee, and I got to participate in the Move to Stand that was here a couple of years ago. And one of the things that stood out to me the most was how transparent our students were during that program. They broke down barriers and walls that they walk around with every day, and they were very real and shared their struggles and shared their strengths. And my favorite memory of Move to Stand is after it was over, one of our students had become very vulnerable and shared his situation and his life with his students. And I teach seniors, and those seniors got together and bought that student a bed and clothes and shoes and his cap and gown, and really honored him and loved him in a way that was not condescending, a way that was not an act of charity, but out of true love for a classmate who they got to know and hear from and hear his heart. And so I'm a huge fan of Move to Stand, and I'm just blessed that I got to participate in that.
I had the privilege of working with the STARS group from Nashville to lead a culture shift within my building, Halls High School, that I had hoped to see transpire for quite some time. As a high school principal, you know that culture and climate have a huge impact on your students and your staff, but sometimes that's a real challenge to try and change that climate or culture. When Eric Johnson and the STARS group began working with our staff and students, I had no idea the impact that giving our students a student voice would make within our building. I'll never forget the first day when we did the Cross the Line activity in our gym. Our eyes and hearts were opened and changed. I witnessed students let down their barriers in front of their peers and in front of their teachers to share some of the things that they brought to school. But more importantly, I think I saw teachers let down the facade that they brought with them to school every day, and the impact that it had when kids got to see that teachers also have baggage that they bring with them, and the empathy that grew between the two groups. Seeing our students realize that we all bring biases with us through other activities opened up conversations. It opened our eyes, and most importantly, it gave a voice to our students that felt they had no voice or they had no leadership capabilities within the building. I had the privilege of traveling with 5 students 2 from our high school and 3 from another high school in our district, to participate and lead a session in the International Bullying Prevention Association Conference in San Diego in 2018. The students that came from my building were 2 students that had previously been very quiet. Both had been bullied at some point during their school career, and to watch those students go from that quiet person that no one really paid attention to or noticed in the building to standing in front of a room full of international participants and talking to them about the importance of student voice was truly amazing. We continue.
Hello, my name is Preston Mcanlis. I'm a junior at Halls High School. I started AWARE when I was in the 6th grade. And in 6th grade, I was being bullied at the time. And I was mad at the world because of it. I got on a rampage and I could not stop. AWARE taught me that a day is just a day. And through that, I have made many friendships. And through those friendships, I've met a lot of people that I did not know. And I am beautiful, and that's what they taught me. Thank you all. Have a blessed day.
STARS has played a tremendous role over the past few years in our school district in several different ways. We've been able to provide professional development to our teachers that includes the implementation of restorative practices, best practices on how to handle situations with students that may be dealing with their own issues at home. The STARS staff has been wonderful and willing to do whatever is necessary to make a positive impact on our students, and for that I'm very grateful. We've also incorporated the Move to Stand programs, which has been an amazing approach to educating our students about acceptance and being more responsible when it comes to how we treat others and properly using our words in a positive manner. In 2018, I had the opportunity to travel with the AWARE program in conjunction with STARS to the International Bullying Prevention Conference, and our students were able to present some of the ideas that were used and Move to Stand in the AWARE program to professionals from all across the globe. So that was a pretty exciting thing to see, and to see the opportunity that our students were provided with in order to share some of the ways that they've been impacted personally with others. So I'm very thankful for the opportunities that STARS has provided, and I'm very thankful for the partnership that we have with our school district and STARS, and I'm looking forward to continuing this partnership and the future and seeing what the future.
Hi, my name is Brittany Lattimore, and I was in Move to Stand a few years ago. Still to this day, it affected me a lot because I love how everyone came together for one cause, and I love how everyone let out all those emotions. At first, it was like, tension filled, where it's like a lot of things were held in and people didn't want to let it out. But thanks to Mr. Eric and his team, he got us to let everything out, and then the way we came together in the end and actually packed it as one, I loved it a lot. It affected me personally because, I got to open up more, I got to find my worth, and I got to begin to love myself more, and I'm still on that journey, so I'm still thankful for Move to Stand to this day.
I knew that things would change for the better the moment that Move to Stand came to Halls High School. It was a deeply cathartic experience for staff and students alike. I saw tough conversations that had never occurred before create groundbreaking relationships through the power of empathy. Leaders surfaced that never spoke out before, and I believe that Move to Stand's biggest impact was by giving the students a voice that would have otherwise felt invisible, but also help students in a position of power realize how their leadership can change the school climate. Mr. Eric Johnson and his team from STARS really lead by example and really show our school staff how relationships with these students can change everything. After the all-day program, a few of my students came together to form a club that focused on changing school climate. I jokingly called these students the Breakfast Club because they were all so different. You really didn't typically see these students together, the art kids, the athletes. Some kids before Move to Stand didn't feel like they belonged anywhere.
Hi, my name's Ginger Hearn. I teach at Ripley High School. I teach Algebra 1 and I'm the football cheer coach. We had the opportunity to have Move to Stand come and work with our students. It's about empowering our students to stand up against bullying. Working with these students and Move to Stand, I saw a lot of students step out of their comfort zone and reach out to other peers and speak up against bullying and their frustrations and how they've tolerated it. It really helped our students come together as one and change the culture of our school and our fight against bullying.
Hey, my name is Sam Culver, and I'm a psychology major here at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and I was lucky enough to be a part of Move to Stand for a variety of different reasons. As far as the impact of Move to Stand is concerned, it's pretty much indescribable, much less in a very short video. However, I would say that Move to Stand raises the awareness for different problems or issues or imbalances in a school's climate. And it does this and then also provides students and teachers with the tools necessary to help level out the playing field or address these problems in a safe manner. The way it does this is very emotional, and the process is very solid, and it's indescribable, but that would be my textbook definition of the impact of Move to Stand.
I think of a circle as like a sunrise. You never know what beams of light are going to come from it, but you know it's going to always shine bright. Adopting restorative circles and practices in my room has really molded me in being a more supportive, restorative teacher instead of being that old-time punitive teacher. I still have a lot to learn, but I'm up for the challenge, and I'm always up for a new beam of light.
Good afternoon. My name is Golden Howard, and I'm one of the assistant principals here at Ripley High School in Lauderdale County, Ripley, Tennessee. And I want to just tell you about Move to Stand. It's an exciting experience. It was one in which when I was a middle school teacher, I had an opportunity to participate in, and even as an assistant principal at the alternative school. Very exciting, very enlightening. I think it really opened up some opportunities for students and for adults to connect on real life experiences and how it affects our everyday life and even in our school community.
Hi, I'm Tiara Taylor, high school graduate. I'm here to let you guys know how Move to Stand affected me. It affected me with growth. It affected me with strength. It changed me emotionally. It allowed me to get in groups with others to discuss how harassment and bullying could be.
Hey everybody, my name is Brandon Bartel. I am a social work intern with Lauderdale County Schools. The thing I liked most about Move to Stand was that it allowed all of these students to be vulnerable and see each other as people as opposed to some of the labels that they project onto each other. It facilitated conversations that they may not normally have and really allowed them to get a different perspective as to where their fellow classmates were coming from. It's a great program, and anyone who gets the chance should definitely participate in it.
One of the best things about restorative practices is that it promotes problem solving through relationship building. Programs like Move to Stand provide educators the tools they need to help students improve their own inter and intrapersonal relationship skills. These programs help educators avoid creating adversarial situations when students do experience conflict. So instead, restorative practices training can give teachers, well, everyone involved, it helps them look beyond the student's behavior to identify the root cause.
Hi, my name is Brandon Jones. I'm a student at Halls High School. I've been a part of Move to Stand for the last 3 years. It's truly a life-changing experience. It's touched me to the point where it's made me become a leader. It's taught me so many things, and it's built my character, my confidence, and it helped me grow as a person. And not just me, my school, it changed the culture, it changed the teachers, the administration, it changed everybody down to the students, to the point where we learn to grow together, to become the best we can be, and it started within the relationships of everybody we have. And it's not about like the cliques we're in, the status we hold. It's simply about the heart we have, and are we willing to give that heart and share with everyone around us. And Move to Stand really sparked that from one day. It took one day and truly countless efforts afterwards that helped us grow, that helped us reach out to other schools during their tough times. It helped us collab with a rival school to the point where we built something that I feel like can continue to expand. And Move to Stand, I really want to thank them for it. And I pray for the future that everything will be well and that it can continue to have as much impact now and for the future.